bit lonely today, Jeff. You don't have your band.
I know, they've all gone and left me. Well, Russ and Kirsty are down at a folk festival in Cornwall at the minute. So
How very dare they?
I know, the nerve. They better go and do things on their own.
But they are going to be playing with you, I take it, at this upcoming gig?
Yes, along with Mr. Martin Thomas, who's also pulling a double shift because he's going to be playing drums with Truman Falls as well.
Is he now?
He is.
Well, that's exciting.
I know.
Bit of cross-pollination.
I know.
There
Cheating
of
on me.
bands. Yeah. So it is yourself and Truman Falls, so the Jeff Jepson Band and Truman Falls on the 17th of November, which is very exciting at the Centenary Centre. But we'll talk about that more over the course of the next hour because we do have Truman Falls with us as well. But it's all about you at the minute, Jeff.
Okay.
And so while it's all about you, plug your Patreon, so to speak.
So I've probably talked about this before, but just in case anyone didn't listen last time, Patreon is like it's a subscription-based crowdfunding website. So instead of things like Kickstarter or GoFundMe, where you just kind of contribute towards one particular goal, like making an album or whatever, you pay like a monthly subscription, a tiny little monthly subscription, and then you get rewarded with exclusive content, which I'm creating. So I'm basically writing and recording a new song every month.
That's good practice. That's a good sort of practice as in it's a good practice
to learn how to get good.
Yeah.
One day I'll get there. It's kind of driving my creativity. That's kind of part of the fun of it, really. It's forcing me to finish things off.
Yeah.
Because I've got like hundreds of little half-finished ideas kicking around, so it's getting me to go through all those and actually get them like finished and polished up.
And how well has it been received? How well is this Patreon working for you?
It's going okay. I need to build it a bit more. I need to get on a bit more of the playlisting and whatnot on like SoundCloud and Spotify, because that kind of feeds into it.
Yeah, because how does it work? Because it's all very well you people who subscribe that are getting this music, but then eventually does it then get released into album form? Or
at the moment, like the mixes that you get on Patreon are exclusive to Patreon, so I'm trying to keep that locked down. Otherwise there'd be no reason to subscribe to it. So these songs will kind of have an airing, but the mix the recording that you get on Patreon is exclusive to that only. So
it's worth signing up.
Yeah, so there's like a lower tier, which is it's $1 a month basically is the lower tier, and that's the song. So you can either stream it or download it, and then there's a higher tier of $2 or more if you want, and then you get extra content. So there's things like demo versions, or I do like the sort of transcripts, so like actual little photo shots of my like handwritten lyrics and
that's
like
always
kind
nice.
of confusing chord charts and scribblings.
You do have quite confusing chords, I think, sometimes. It's one of the things I love about your songs is that you never quite know where they're going to go next.
Mucho chords, yeah.
Mucho chords, exactly. Yes, we're very fortunate to have you with us because you are going to play another song for us now.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this song that we're going to hear then.
This is another one that's this was this month's Patreon release, so it only came out the other day. So again, I kind of like was writing it right up until the last minute. I'm kind of leaving myself lots of deadlines now.
And was it inspired by anything in particular?
I don't know. I don't like to say. It's just to me it seems blindingly obvious what it's about, but then someone else might have another idea about what it's about, and then I've kind of ruined it for them.
So you want the listener to have their own sort of ownership of the music.
Yeah, it's a bit like explaining a joke. If you explain a joke, it's just not funny anymore.
So take note, Simon.
Your songs aren't funny. Jeff, they're not funny.
Anyway. I knew it was going to be fun.
I'm just an entertainer.
Simon Ray, behave. We'll hear from you in a little bit, but it's not about you now. Jeff, delighted to have you with us. Just introduce the song for us and go ahead and play it.
This is called Here We Go Somewhere.
Take it away.
These silences are riding up. We'll be silent all day long. Wear black just in case. Hold your head low. Avoid all gaze. We never get the story told. We're just told to move along. So what happened there? Doesn't someone know? Doesn't someone care?
one question of authority, and I'm made to feel the fear. Is this going well, this grand scheme of yours, this heroic cause? Well, let me answer for you now. It's not going well at all, 'cause the brakes have failed, it's oblivion, we're beyond the pale. So here we go, somewhere, here we go, the end of the line, here we go, somewhere, somewhere. They paid a lot to tell you lies, and you swallowed every one. Now you've sold us all down the drain with you. Can't you see we're through? Whatever world you had in mind, in your mind is where it stays. Best increase your dose of reality till you start to see. So here we go, somewhere, here we go, the end of the line, here we go, somewhere, somewhere.
Gorgeous. Just beautiful.